it's Michael May. Welcome back to my channel. And I was debating about whether or not to do this video because I didn't know if it'd be valuable or not, but I'm like, you know what? Why not? I have to do it anyway. So I basically needed you all to keep me accountable to actually unpacking my bags because I've been home for like 3 days now and they've just been sitting. So let's do it. I thought that we could do a little unpack with me and I could share like what I wore, what I didn't wear. This was one of you guys' ideas, PS. Yeah, and just what I learned about packing for a month abroad in Europe in peak tourist season in the heat as a plus size person. There was definitely a lot of learning. So I thought I could like unpack stuff. I'll tell you what I wore. I'll recap my outfits and say like, would I pack it again? Would I not? And give some packing tips along the way. Emily's here. Emily, did you miss me?
So much.
Does that sound fake or did that sound real? Even a little bit?
No, I did.
I don't know if I believe her, but I want to, so I'm going to.
I like that we're in the same time zone.
Yeah, it is nice to be in the same time zone. Emily traveled as well. She went to Rhode Island with family. Half of this is Sparky stuff and half of this is mine. But yeah, let's start with I packed 2 bags. We packed 1 large and 1 medium. We also packed a small carry-on, but we really only put like camera equipment and random stuff in there, like Sparky's sneakers. So I'm not really counting that, but we each took half of the bag. So I'd say I had about 1 large carry-on's worth of stuff, not quite, which I think is highly impressive considering we were gone for 5 weeks to the day. And that is a lot of days and a lot of outfits. And I wasn't sure our access to laundry, so I packed enough so I'd pretty much have something to wear every day in case we didn't get to wash it, but we ended up having a washer and dryer in a few places. So I washed like my underwear, that's the kind of stuff I was planning on washing. And I wore everything but I want to say 3 of the outfits that I had. So I feel like that was a success. Although some of them I overwore and rewore so many times that I wish I would have packed more. But let's get into it. We brought barely anything home. The only thing I brought home was a really cute market bag that I got in Provence. Some lemon honey and like some spice to make like a pasta. Like that was, and I guess we were given a bottle of wine in Mykonos that I brought as well. So, but that's like very little. Like I didn't do very much shopping. Proud of myself. I also brought home a seashell that Sparky gave me for my birthday. If you guys have been watching the vlogs, you'll know. This is a very informal, interesting vlog we're doing here. So we'll just see how it goes. Are you guys the kind of people that unpack everything immediately? I feel like Emily's one of those people.
I was gonna say I am.
I know you are. We all know you are. I am not. I am a bit of a little, not that way. So I packed, first of all, I'd like to improve my packing skills when it comes to toiletries. I did a lot better job this time as far as volume goes, but as far as like neatness, aesthetic, organization, I literally brought everything in Ziplocs. So I'm just how I am. But I thought I would like start with, I brought 1 Ziploc full of jewelry and accessories, which is over there because I pulled it out for something today, but it was just like this. And I wasn't really gonna get into that because I brought just like the same kind of gold layering necklaces and jewelry and just like a few simple things and then a couple statement things. But I wasn't gonna get into my jewelry and accessories just because it's over there and I didn't think it was a big deal. But let's talk about toiletries because I'm so proud of how little I packed for this trip. This is all of my like toiletries and stuff in just this bag for over a month away. And the way that I was able to do that, I'm so into these Cadence little guys. So there's these, they have these like larger ones that are kind of like a honeycomb shape. And then they have these that are also honeycomb shaped, but there's like more of these. But I only packed 1 of these. So I packed 1 of the large guys that I put a deep conditioner in, and then a couple of these little small ones. And it's so great because they stick together and they're just so small. And then I just packed this little guy. So in the big one, I put a deep conditioner that I used almost all of because the beach and the pools and everything, like it's almost gone. So I was so happy I packed this. And I also used it to like slick my hair back, and I'd put it in like after we were in the ocean and just used it to do like a slick back style. It was just amazing. And then I just put a little bit of my Dr. Jart Cicapair in one of these, and there's still enough left to probably get like several more days worth. I was shocked at how little product I actually need to use. I put a little bit of my Say glowy primer in this one, and you can still see there's still some left, and I use this for like the entire time. I was just shocked at how far my products went, and I was just really glad to have, oops, this fell out, but look, they have these changeable tiles that you can just magnetize in there. And so this one says conditioner. You can customize them to say anything you want. This was actually a glowy primer with the sun one, but I think that that's what they meant by sunscreen, but I just like put it in there. But I love that you can switch the tiles out. They're removable. The cadence system, incredible. I will link it, but I was so happy with it. I'm gonna definitely continue to use this as I travel, and the next time I travel, hopefully I'll give myself a little more time so I can like do a little video on like how I decant and pack and like everything like that. But I was just super happy. Soho Skin, I had like the stuff from when we traveled, the little skincare products, and then it's just my makeup. I got like a travel size deodorant. I ended up getting this little travel toothbrush before we left that was just like really compact, and it's like basically has the little like protector holder built into it. And yeah, other than that, I just brought the most basic of beauty products that I used every single day. I was so sad my brow pencil broke on like day 2, and Sweet Sparky, I think I told you guys this, like went to get me one. He got me this one from the store in, I think I like went without it for several days, and then he got it for me by the time we went to France. But yeah, I literally just brought my foundation in this little guy. I just pumped a few of the Say foundation in here. I brought my brush, and then I brought my YSL concealer. I brought brow gel, highlighter. I use this Rare Beauty blush. Callie borrowed this a lot, and then I also use it out on my lips. I did bring a lipstick too, but I ended up liking this pink a little more. Brow gel. I just kept it really, really minimal, and I do not regret it. It was great. So I'm going to clean this out. The other thing I did pack is a set of these little erase makeup things. I have like a few different brands. I had like Halo, I think is another one. So I did these, and then I would just do a wash of them. So this saved a lot on like tons of skincare products. It just removes the makeup, and then I could just do like a gentle cleanse after. But I just really like those. I used to travel with like makeup wipes, but I know they're like not great for the environment, not great for your skin. Totally get using those in a pinch. I packed a few single use one of those that I had just in case of a pinch, but I was very happy with the system. I also packed some perfume, but everything pretty much fit in there, and that was really nice. And then I had one for my hair stuff, so I just brought some Velcro rollers, which I really only used a couple times. I ended up buying this here. It's an After Sun. And then I just brought like some bobby pins, a portable razor, my favorite Nivea Essentially Enriched, like truly can't go without this. I love it so much. And then I packed like an It's a 10 leave-in conditioner, which is empty. For hair, I brought my Orbe Hair Alchemy, which I mentioned the other day, just my little travel size nice shampoo and conditioners. Oftentimes the ones they provide, if they even provide them at Airbnbs, they often don't. And then at hotels, they can be very drying to the hair. So I used to kind of just go with whatever they would give me. And then one day I was like, you know what? I really want nice products. Like I want my hair to like look and feel good. So especially when you're gone that long, if I'm only gone for like a week, I usually only wash my hair like once a week, but since I was in the ocean and the pool so much, I just wanted nice products. I just brought a dry shampoo, and then that was very loud and scary. That's literally it for my toiletries. So we went really, really minimal on that, but let's get into what I wore. First of all, your girl gets very swollen ankles, so I brought compression socks. I wore these on the plane, but on the way home, Sweet Sparky was packing up our stuff, and he like couldn't find one of them. So I'm like, oh, I don't need it. By the time I got home, my ankles were like this big. Highly recommend if you're flying internationally, if you deal with any swelling or any inflammation, or you like hold like retained water, compression socks are so important. Getting up and stretching is so important. Lots of water. Just saying. I randomly got these on Amazon, so the other one's in my backpack, but I've been wearing these for years and I love them. Laundry pile. All right, this skirt. I got so many questions about this skirt. I posted a little video of like different outfit ideas with like a bandeau strapless bra. I wore it a couple different ways. It was a little heavier fabric than I probably would have liked. This is from White House Black Market. It's just like a little pleated skirt. It was probably a little heavier material than I would recommend packing, but that being said, it wasn't too bad. It was great because I could wear it to like a beach club as a cover up. I wore it with like a little bandeau tank. I wore it with a button up. I think maxi skirts are a great move and a really versatile piece when you're packing for travel, especially somewhere hot where you want to still look kind of chic and refined. Maxi skirts are the vibe. So I brought 3 different maxi skirts. Here's the bandeau bra that I brought. This is so soft. This is from Soma. It is the En Bliss bandeau, the brushed bandeau. It's so soft and cozy, and it was a like very comfortable, lightweight strapless bra that I wore as a top with this, and it was comfortable enough to sleep in if you wanted to. Like, I cannot stress how comfortable this material is. For my bras this trip, I only brought one bra with a wire, and that was my red carpet strapless by Wacol, and that was just if I wanted like more shape and structure for really nice. But I ended up just wearing this and my comfy bralettes almost every day, if not just my swim tops. I barely wore like a real wired bra, and that was so nice. I think when you're traveling and it's really hot and humid, like the last thing you want to deal with is like a sweaty, heavy bra with an underwire. So undergarments are super important. There's no rhyme or reason to the way I'm unpacking, by the way. Sorry, I wish it was by category, but by the end of the trip, I was just over it. We just wanted to go, and so it wasn't that important to us. But I am gonna unpack my underwear. So I brought like some of my favorite little like compression-y thongs that are just like giving a little bit of shape. I didn't bring any full-blown shapewear just because I knew I was not gonna want to be sweating in and out of that. I was trying to be like a little realistic. These are from Spanx. The ones I wear are from Spanx. I do have a pair from Skims as well, but the shape-wise on this type of thong, I do prefer the Spanx. I've been wearing them for years. And then I just brought a lot of like really comfy, lightweight nude like thongs and underwear and stuff like that too. These are all obviously going in the laundry pile. Another pair of these. These are the Spanx. Again, these are extra large. I wear these all the time. I really like them. They have like this wide band. What I noticed about the Skims one is that they have like, see how the seam is here? It almost like cuts into you and then like makes this little thing. These have like an even double fold and they really hold you in. That being said, I have a large booty, and sometimes towards the end of the night, this part will like creep up into my booty, and because it's so like firm, it hurts. And I have to like handle it. So I have not yet found the perfect solution for light, like a bit of little compression and holding you in like an underwear thong. This is the closest I've gotten. There was another pair I used to love from Amazon, but they just fit me, and now that I'm like up a size, they just aren't working. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. I know I get this question from you guys a lot. I do wear these, but they're just not always the most comfortable. I wore this to Cinque Terre. It was probably a little more hot, and like, it was so hot there, honestly. I wish I would have worn my swimsuit and just jumped in and swam. I could have worn something a little more lightweight. Even though this was light and breathable, it was like double layered. But this is part of a set from Free People that I wore, and I did like this a lot because I wore it separate. Like, I wore it with a few different tops and like the matching top and different tops. I think natural fabrics like linens, cottons, things like that are breathable are key. Also, obviously, just not wanting to wear like a lot of heavy layers because of how hot it is there. I wore this one night. It was very cute. This is from a Zara haul that I did that you guys might have seen. It's a little strapless silky dress. This was cute. I thought about trying to style it as a skirt one day. One thing I think I learned this trip is that I packed a few too many like nice dresses for going out to dinner, when many times we would just be out for the day and we just pop into dinner. So I think I could have packed less of those and more everyday things. That being said, I'm trying to see if there's any other like dinner dresses. So this was a dinner dress. Then I packed this dinner dress that I wore a couple times. Really cute. I wore this on my birthday, and then I wore it in the south of France. This was one that I got from Revolve. It's L'Academy. It's an extra large. This was just really cute. I think this is in my Revolve haul, and I really, really loved this dress, and I just felt very Sophia Richie in it. I will show. So yeah, just to recap, this I wore in the south of France, and then for my birthday in Greece, I thought it was very, very cute. This I only wore once out in Ischia. This I probably maybe wouldn't have packed again. It was cute and strapless. I don't know, that day I was just like wearing it. I was like, oh, I don't know if I feel it right now. Maybe the silk just felt like a little too heavy there. Unsure. But this maxi I wore with the matching top, and then I wore it again in Santorini when we were exploring with a little tube top. I styled it that way too, and then I think I wore it one day that I didn't actually capture, but that's neither here nor there. I'm gutted that I didn't wear this dress. I tried this one on for you guys with my Anthropologie haul and in a dressing room, and it is so cute. And for some reason, I just didn't find the occasion to wear it. I was gonna wear an Ischia and then the weather was just so hot. I don't know, just for some reason I didn't wear it, and I'm really sad because I really wanted to. So I'm gonna have to make an occasion to wear it here. I just thought this was the most perfect European summer dress. So I'm so sad I didn't wear it. There was no particular reason I didn't wear it. I almost wore it several times and I just kept thinking, oh, this isn't the occasion. Almost like I was saving it. Do you guys ever do that? Where you like save things for occasions that never come? That's one of my goals, is to stop doing that. But I'm gonna keep this dress. I'm definitely gonna wear it somewhere cute and I'll definitely shoot it, and she's gonna have a life, okay? It just didn't happen on this trip. Okay, what's next in here? Another bralette that we're gonna wash. Oh, this is the tube top from Anthro. I ended up wearing this with one of the other maxi skirts. It's just like a little cozy tube top. This was great to throw on because it was very lightweight, still looked cute. I wore it, like I said, with a maxi skirt. One thing I realized is I didn't pack enough bottoms. I packed a lot of dresses and a lot of cute tops. I did pack a couple skirts, but I just felt like my mix and match game was like a little off. Like I feel like when I'm packing next time, I'm gonna like hold something up and make sure that I can style it like 2 to 3 ways, unless it's just a dress, because otherwise I feel like I kept seeing this and be like, I want to wear this, and then like not knowing what to wear it with. I guess I could have worn it with my orange pants. I might have thought that I could wear it with my orange pants and a skirt, but like for some reason it was just kind of like the oddball. I had a few oddball pieces that I'm just like, what am I supposed to style this with? And I didn't know what to do with it. So I did wear this out to dinner one night, but it didn't get as much use as I would have liked, surprisingly. This swimsuit from Zara, you guys encouraged me to keep this, and Emily did too, because it looked so cute on. The straps are just like a little too flimsy for my chest, so I felt like they were constantly falling down, which was so annoying that by the end I just didn't end up wearing it. I wore it a few times, but I just remember like thinking, oh, that could be really annoying. Let's see. Oh, biker shorts. I packed one biker short set that I thought would be enough for the trip, and I wish I would have packed like another little like sporty onesie. I realized I wish would have had more like travel / throw on clothes. I focused more on the clothes, that we're gonna be seen in pictures, and like the fantasy of like going out to dinner and doing cute stuff. But the reality is every other day almost, we're on a ferry, we're on a train, we're doing this, we're doing that. So I will show you in the next suitcase my travel outfit that got way too much use, and I probably would have packed 2 to 3 more comfortable travel outfits. One good thing about packing like biker short sets is that you can take the biker shorts off and wear them underneath. Pro tip, if you are thick, if you are plus size or curvy like me, walking around in the heat, a dress is often the most comfortable, easy thing that makes you like feel and look nice, but also like is cool and like breezy. But you want to wear shorts underneath, or have like a special chafing like things. Like I know Mega Babe makes one, Monistat makes a really nice one as well. But oftentimes I just like shorts can be the easiest solution for that. So I also wore these under some of my maxi dresses and my maxi skirts and dresses, so for chafing stuff. So I actually bought some on Amazon, which I think are in the other suitcase, but I bought like a 3-pack, and I sillily only brought 1 pair. So I had 2 pairs of biker shorts, 1 pair really only suited for wearing under skirts and dresses, and 1 pair that was like presentable. Here was the little sports bra that I wore with this. So it's like a set that I would wear a button up with, and I also would wear these separately, and then sometimes I would wear this bralette like just to be comfortable. But I would pack more comfortable, practical things was my big takeaway there. This dress got a lot of love, and I think it's because it was breezy, it was cool, and it was comfortable, and it made me feel just like really cute. This is from Free People. I wore this when we were searching for lavender fields in Provence. I wore it again to go out to dinner, and then I might have even worn it again. So yeah, this one got quite a bit of love, and it was just a really comfy, easy throw on. This is an ASOS little swim set, like kind of linen inspired looking shorts and a matching button up. I love sets like this. I'm not sure if I took pictures in this set, but I need to see. But I definitely wore this shirt. I like just wore, there was like a couple button up sets. I'm sure you guys saw the striped blue one. That's definitely the one I probably wore the most. But yeah, I love little sets like this. I packed 3 different sets like this, and I actually think I could have done with just 2. So this is something I possibly overpacked on, but I do think it's a really important staple of just like a button up top and shorts. I feel like the main reason I didn't get as much use out of this one as I wanted is I didn't properly plan my swimsuit and cover up situations. Like there was nothing that really matched this of my swimsuits. I wore like a white one that kind of matched it, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like the odd man out, and I was really surprised that I didn't get more use out of this, but is what it is. This white suit went through the ringer. If you guys do follow me, I wore this beginning in Barcelona, and then I think I stained it there. It got like so many stains, and then we went in the pool in Provence, and for some reason everything turned green. So the lining was so green. I think there's like still weird bits of it on there. And then every time I went in the ocean, it just got so crusty. So I don't recommend wearing a white swimsuit. I think that that was my takeaway. That being said, I packed 2 white swimsuits, and like I just felt cute in them. And my goal with this one was to be able to wear it as a tank top, like a built-in bra tank top, like bodysuit, and also wear it as a swimsuit. And it got so much use that it actually got destroyed, and it smells so gross right now. I'm gonna wash it and just try to salvage it. But I will say, like, wearing swimsuits as bodysuits, I think is like a great travel hack. Yeah. And this swimsuit was really cute. It was really, really versatile, but she went through the ringer. She got so many stains. She turned green a couple times, like, but she kept on. This was probably the hero of the trip. I probably wore this the most out of everything. This was a very cute top that I wore while we were in Provence. Probably one of my favorite outfits I wore. I wore this with the tiered maxi, which hopefully isn't that big bag. But it wasn't the most practical. It is something you could wear again and again and again, but I found that like the boning was a bit uncomfortable sitting in like hot, sweaty situations. It was such an aesthetic moment, but I also brought like another white tank, and unless you're like really gunning for like the photo shoot moments, probably wasn't the most practical to bring, and I only wore it once for that reason. I'm surprised, but I did not wear this tank dress. I really thought I would. It was such a cute color, and you guys all voted to bring it. And it was very cute and punchy and bright, but I realized like with all the croissants and all the pasta, like I was feeling bloated, and just like also with the heat, for some reason in the heat, I don't love wearing clingy things, and it just felt too clingy. Like I just felt like I would sweat, and so this one did not get worn, and I was actually quite surprised by that. But I'm realizing that when I'm traveling, I really do go for comfort. It's a fine line between like style and comfort, and I have this idea that I'm gonna wanna dress sexy and wear things that are kind of tighter when I'm there, and then whenever I get there, I do not want to. I just wanna be really comfortable. This is another thing that got beat to Hades. I wore this so much. Looking back at it, didn't always love it in the pictures. It kind of like is a little bit like free bally, like it's just like leaves little to the imagination. It's just like a white tank bra from Lunia, but I loved it. I wore it every single time we traveled. I would just wear it with my little white pants, or like it was also cute with like the shorts from like some of the little button up sets that I wore. It was just like my go-to everyday white tank, like crop tank. And I didn't have to wear a bra with it. It was really, really comfortable. This is one of those things I wish I would have packed more basics, like more comfortable, functional basics. This is one of the other dresses that didn't get any wear. I guess there were 4 then, because there's one more in the other bag that was my biggest devastation. But this is very cute. I thought I would wear it, but it just kept feeling like I was like a little too short. I don't know, the fabric's not super breathable. I don't know why, but every time I put it on, I just wasn't feeling it. So I don't know why. It's a really, really cute dress, and I thought that it would be the perfect occasion, especially for like Ischia or France, but I just didn't end up wearing it, and I don't know why. I think maybe it was just like a little too short. It wasn't really that short. I don't really know why. I just wasn't feeling it. I think it's because my ankles were all swollen, and like, yeah, maybe I just wanted to wear things that were like a little more longer and more comfortable. Maybe it was just like a fluke that I didn't end up wearing. I think we'll always end up packing things that we don't end up wearing here and there, but yeah, she's really cute, and I don't really know why, but maybe I packed too many cute dresses and not enough practical things, and I know none of us are surprised by that. but it is what happened. Little kerchief thing that I wore. This was super cute. I wore this on my birthday when we went to the beach. All right, I wore this once and then I put it on again to wear it, and then I didn't end up wearing it, but it was just like a little out to dinner dress. This is randomly from Kohl's. The brand is 9 West, and I just thought it was so cute. I wore it when we were in France, and then I put it on again when we were in Greece, and it just didn't quite feel right. It was a very, very cute dress for wearing out. It was nice and lightweight. I think I overpacked for like occasions and underpacked for like travel and leisure. All right, just going through the last of this side, the rest of Sparky stuff. I packed this black dress. This is from Good American. I actually have a few things that I ordered from Good American that didn't come in time for my trip, but I will be doing a Good American try on of what didn't come in time for the trip. But this is just like a black dress that had like ruching. It was really nice because it's a very lightweight like jersey knit, so it was comfortable. It didn't wrinkle. It made me feel really like elegant and beautiful. I wore it twice. So I wore it out to dinner in Provence in Gourds in like one of our last nights there, and then I wore it out to a really swanky dinner when we were in Mykonos. I packed this little crochet top, and I did wear this with a maxi skirt, but it really didn't get as much use as I wanted to out of it. And again, it's because I don't think I packed my tops and bottoms in the most strategic way, but it was really lightweight and really cute, and I don't regret packing it. I just think I wish I would have thought a little bit more about my bottom strategy. But anyway, we're learning. These pants, I really only got 1 day's use out of them. I wore them with that purple swimsuit when we went to the swim club, the like beach club in Portofino, and they were so cute. I imagined that I was gonna wear these with that like white tube top. I had like a lot of different, even like thought like maybe this, like I guess I thought they'd be a little more versatile than they are. And I know you're probably looking at them and being like, they're so orange, how is that a neutral? Well, this is just how I operate. I just realized like it was just so hot, and these were like kind of long, that they didn't seem super practical for doing a lot of walking in, because like the bottoms were kind of like rubbing on the ground and it was hot. So I just ended up feeling a lot more comfortable in skirts and dresses. That being said, I do think that these would have been a little more versatile than I wanted. They were really cute, but they also wrinkled a lot, and I just felt like they started to look sloppy because they stretched out. So probably weren't the most practical thing to bring, but we're living, we're learning. Okay, the last thing on my side of the suitcase, I actually encroached into his side. This is probably one of the smartest travel inventions. This is one of the things that I would highly recommend. And even when I was there, Callie brought hers too. And so I was like, okay, she's a travel queen, so I knew that she was onto something with that. This is the GHD. It's their little travel flat iron. It's just so cool. It's called Unplugged. And it's just USB, it's universal voltage, so you can plug it in anywhere and you can just charge it. I would say the charge, it doesn't last like it's enough to do your hair like a few times, but like you can charge it just like you would your phone or anything else, because it's got like a USB-C here on the end. But it is so handy. I used to bring like big bulky curling irons and flat irons. Like you can curl with this. I didn't heat style a ton because oftentimes we were going out with wet hair, but when I did, this was like the move. There was like several moves that I had. One is like just doing waves like this way, this way. If you guys want like a travel hair video, happy to share. I just think this is like the smartest invention, and it's so lightweight. It comes in this heat-proof bag, so if you're getting ready in the morning and you have to like pack your bag up in a hurry, you can put it in here while it's still hot and it's protected. Callie brought hers too. Hers is in black, and we were both just like, oh my gosh, you have that, and we both use it all the time. So ours would always be just like out there charging. I just think this is the best if you're gonna bring a hot tool. For me, my hair, like I really like to look a little more polished, and I like to have the option of having it. So like I would do like quick beach waves in my already wavy hair just to make it look a little more polished, or sometimes I would just like do like tuck the bottoms out a little. And the other thing I would do is like just like curl or wave my front pieces to look a little more together when I would clip the rest up or put it in like a little bun, and I felt like it really worked. So that, coupled with like some wet like slip back styles, are my like travel go-to hacks. So I felt really good about that. But this was, in my opinion, probably one of the best things I packed. Super happy that I packed this. And then the other, we bought these Amazon water shoes for like $20. If you are going to Greece, there's obviously like other places too where they have more like rocks than they have beach, like in sand, or sometimes the sand will have a ton of little pebbles or shells, and it can be really painful to walk on. So I highly recommend bringing water shoes if you're not sure about the terrain and you're traveling to several different beachy places. These were lifesavers for us. And that's it for my side on this suitcase. Oh, I wanted to note I only brought 4 pairs of shoes for the trip. I'm very proud of myself. I think footwear is a place that you can save a lot of space and just be more versatile with like fewer things. And I will explain like the types of shoes that I think are imperative for a trip like this. All right, it's time to get into the big one, okay? Let's see. Oh, we're gonna be doing laundry tonight. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, here's the jewelry bag that I told you about. It was bags within bags. I brought like a lot of my little favorite like Pandora chains and like little medallion things. And then I brought a few more statement things. Like I wanted a couple really special outfits. So I wore these earrings with that silk. If you guys saw that, it was really pretty, but they're very lightweight. So I felt okay about it. But for the most part, I kept mixing and matching like the same simple gold pieces. But I feel like I can spare you on the jewelry unless you really want to know, in which case I can do a whole video. Because I am an accessories girly. It is kind of my thing. Okay, one reason, and you guys might be wondering, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but one reason that we split our suitcases is because like God forbid something got lost. We wanted to make sure we both had stuff in each bag just in case we ended up with one bag accidentally. We've done that before just because we have experienced losing our luggage. It's not imperative, but it's something that we do sometimes. Also, we had to be really careful about our luggage because we were sharing a car with Callie and Dan, and both of us were going to be gone. Like each group was going to be gone for a month. So we were sharing a car and we just didn't have enough room in the car. We had to like be thoughtful about how much luggage we packed. So that's why we were limited. That being said, when you're catching a train every other day and you're catching a ferry, pack lighter. You will be so glad you did if you haven't done a trip like this. It's a lot to lug your luggage around. One thing that we did is like as we would move to locations, I would strategically pack everything I knew I'd want for that one just in the small bag. So because sometimes when you get into your hotel room, you're in a room that's like the size of a shoebox and you don't have room to spread your luggage out and find things. So it's just being like thoughtful about stuff like that, like knowing where things are. That's where packing cubes can really come in handy. I don't use those. I have in the past and I may again in the future, but for this trip I just honestly, we packed in a mad dash. I was on set that day and then we had to leave, and like I got home and had to quickly throw my stuff in a bag and leave because I was like late leaving set and it was a bit stressful, but we made it work and it's fine. And that's something I try to remember is like, okay, it's not the end of the world. You can usually buy what you need over there if you forget something. Being plus size, it can be more difficult traveling because you can't just pop into a gift shop and get a swimsuit all the time. A lot of times they don't have your size. So that's something that is a very real, like a real reality of being curvy overseas. But still, I feel like as long as you have the basics, like it's okay. I just try to like realize that it's not the end of the world. I'm getting a little bit better about overpacking. Clearly, I still overpacked, but not as much as I normally do. And I think one thing I learned is that to give myself time to pack, because the stress is created from not having time. And we were down to the wire and I just threw a couple swimsuits in a bag. And by the time I got there, I was like, why didn't I bring my like favorite black 2-piece? I brought like one black 1-piece that I hadn't worn or tried on in a long time. And I've gained weight and it was so tight and uncomfortable. It looked great. Don't get me wrong. I looked snatched as hell. Photo evidence here. But it wasn't comfortable. So I think I'm learning that line between looking good and feeling good. And feeling good is starting to win in my book. I don't know. That's just what's happening for me. So here was the other set that I packed. This one was just a little more neutral as far as like swim sets go. This one was from Aerie. It smells like sunscreen. It feels so nostalgic. Oh my gosh. I just found myself wanting to wear this set more and more and more. Oh, I got a little laundry hamper here. Just going in the laundry. This little cardigan that I got from Larea Cove. It's a little local shop. It's women of color owned, women owned, amazing little shop that I discovered in San Clemente. She's so cool. And yeah, she has a little spot near like where I get my hair done. And so I started chatting with her, and she's such beautiful pieces. And she gave this to me, and it was so thoughtful and sweet. And this is probably up there with like the top 5 things I wore on the trip, because I just kept wearing it because it was lightweight enough, but it gave like a little coverage. So my everyday travel outfit was the sports bra that I just threw in here, that little white one. These pants from Madewell, they're like a little linen-y trouser. These were the real winner. These were the things that I wish I had packed more of, because I just kept throwing them on again and again and again, because they looked nice enough that I felt like put together and chic, but they were also very comfortable, lightweight, like heat and weather wise. These took a beating. They're like, the bottom of them is so dirty. I wore them on every train, every ferry, and then I wore them with that tank, and then I just kind of like threw this on over my shoulder to feel like chic. And I just loved this set. So more like lightweight, breezy mix and match stuff is really the vibe. This is the other one that I got a lot of use out of. I didn't think about the fact that we're sharing a space with the other couple, and I'm used to just like being able to be like very like nudist in my sleep. Like I can barely wear anything and it's not a big deal. In fact, it's often encouraged. Whereas like when you're with other people, you have to just dress a little more modestly, duh. So I didn't think about having things to throw on to be comfortable to sit around the house as much. I did have that one biker set, but I like, for example, I didn't even bring like one oversized t-shirt. Hello, what was I thinking? So I do think it's so important to have your basic comfort favorites, because when you're out of your comfort zone traveling, especially if you're like me and you're kind of a sensitive person, I think it's really important to have those pieces that just make you feel comfy and safe and at home. So obviously I wore that set a lot, but I ended up wearing this as pajamas, even though it's not technically pajamas. And then I wore like the button up as something like tied, and then I wore the button up just alone. Like for some reason this got a ton of use as well. It needs to be washed. It's in dire need of washing. But those kind of like flowy sets I do think are great. Like I said, I think I could have gotten away with just the one neutral and then the one colorful. I didn't wear the green one nearly as much, and I don't know why. I think it was that the material wasn't quite as soft and comfy. It was not quite as lightweight, and it just didn't seem to match everything else. Everything else really felt like it went together. This maxi skirt, I wore this a couple different ways. It was very lightweight and colorful. I wore it 3 times on the trip, but I wore it 2 different ways. So I wore it, actually, I guess, yeah. So I wore it with a scarf top. I wore it with a white tube top when we were in Rome, just to run out to dinner, but I loved wearing it with my little scarf top. I wore that to dinner one of the first nights that we were in Costa Brava. Yeah, and I just think it's a great lightweight. What I loved about this skirt, things that are kind of intentionally wrinkly are perfect for this, because it's like one of those like skirts that you can just kind of twist up like this, and then you can like put in a pile. So things that don't wrinkle easily are top of my list. This was just a really, really great pack. I liked this one a lot. Laundry, more underwear. Oh, okay, this little bralette. I wore this a couple different ways. This was from Anthro, and it was a sexy little like top. It's just like a little bralette, and I liked it because I layered it under stuff, and I wore it like with a couple different skirts. I wore it when we went out to dinner in Santorini. I wore it with this skirt. You guys probably saw this skirt styled several ways. I wore it in Provence. I wore it in Santorini. I actually wore it twice in Santorini. I wore it during the day to explore Oya, and then I wore it at night out to dinner, and then I wore it obviously in Provence, which was the original vibe that I packed it for. This skirt's from Free People. I think it is probably one of my favorite, most versatile pieces of this season. Again though, like the neutrality of it just makes it so easy to style. This was just such a good one. Absolutely love. This is another dress that was like the unsung hero. I wore this anytime I didn't know what to wear. I like changed really indecently out of it when we were at the beach club we went to. I can't remember the name right now, but yes, we wore it at a beach club in Ischia, and then I wore it, like I said, I changed out of it really quickly there. I wore it for dinner another night. I think I wore it for dinner one night in Rome, and then I wore it another night again when we met Callie and Dan for dinner in Ischia, walking around the market. So what I liked about this dress is that I didn't have to wear a bra with it. I thought it was really, really comfortable. I just really, really liked this dress. Yeah, I think things that are comfortable and that you don't mind wearing. For me, something about like feeling like it's flowy in certain areas, like it's not clingy, that it's supportive and you don't have to wear a bra with it. Like so many wins. I just threw it in my beach bag and threw it on, and I love this one. It also has pockets, so That was a real winner. Here's another swimsuit that I brought. I really, really like this one. This is by Kararu. It was really, really cute. I wore it to a beach club in the south of France, and it really served also as a nice bodysuit. I just think it looks really cute under what I wore it with, and it was just like a nice, beautiful, elegant, yet interesting, simple one piece. I think bringing elegant, neutral, simple one pieces that can also serve as a bodysuit, which I touched on earlier, is like really good and important. This actually still smells like laundry because we washed it. Another pair of that Spanx underwear, you guys. This is a little bit different. This one was like a little bit more stretchy, but clearly I have a bunch of pairs of those. This is a pair of Skims underwear, just really comfortable. I love this dress. I wore this in Provence. It was just so cute. You guys actually encouraged me to keep it. This is the one that came with the belt and the shorts that didn't quite fit, but the dress itself was just so perfect. I just thought it looked so cute. We wore it out to dinner. We had such a good night. It was one of my favorite dinners. Yeah, and it was just really, really cute, lightweight linen. Loved the color. Got a lot of questions about where I got this one on my Instagram. This again is also White House Black Market, and it's just this little one shoulder dress. I packed this because I didn't think that it would need much steaming. I didn't get a lot of use out of it because it felt a little too heavy and a little too formal, so I really only wore it once. Here's the swimsuit that looked smoking hot. I wore this to a beach club in Antibes in the south of France, and while I think it looked unbelievable, and I will say so that I looked snatched in it, I also wore it to swim around our little spot in Costa Brava. It was just a little too tight, a little too revealing. It wasn't the most comfortable, so try things on. It is really cute. It's by Toluca Swim. It's just a size down than I would normally order, but that being said, it did look great. The only reason I didn't want to wear it is because it was so hard to get in and out of when I was wet. Anyway. You should pack one super sexy suit because why not? Life's short, okay? Here are some pants. Duh. This is from my Zara haul, and you guys encouraged me to keep these. They have these little slits on the side. The day that I wore these to the beach club, another woman had these exact same pants. So I was like, oh, well, they're obviously cool. She was very cool. I wore this out with that little black lacy bralette one time, but I wore it to the beach club. I'm not sure if I have a photo of me wearing it with the swimsuit, but I threw them over my swimsuit to be as a cover up that day, and I'm not sure if I actually captured wearing these at all, but they were really nice. I love like a flowy thing that you can throw on to look really chic, because oftentimes like you're eating lunch at the beach club or you pop out places after, so a nice flowy like cool pair of pants that you can throw on with a swimsuit to make it look like a bodysuit is a win. This tube top I got from Anthro. It's really cute. I wore this to walk around and explore Oya. It was fine. It was a little, they had like boning in it again, and so it was like not, sometimes those things just kind of like poke funny when you're sitting a lot, and it was really hot out, but I didn't mind it. This was a really versatile piece because I wore it with that tiered maxi skirt, but this also would have been great with my orange pants. Like this was basically a simple layering tube top. It was just a bit of like an elevated version. So this is a great basic. I think I just didn't have as many bottoms, like I said, to wear with it. We're almost done, guys. I'm proud. This, if you guys watched the vlog where I lost my dress for like a hot minute in Mykonos and I was so excited to wear it, they pressed it to perfection, but by the time it got put back in my bag, it's completely wrinkled again. So I literally like sent it out and like to pay for it to get steamed for absolutely nothing. This was probably my biggest sadness because I bought this trip, literally I bought this dress with this trip in mind. I was like, I'm gonna be so chic in the south of France, what a moment. And I didn't get to wear it. And the reason I didn't wear it, honestly, it's a bit heavy and much, and it took up so much room in my bag. So this was a fail, but it's okay. It was the double lining in it. It was like a little bit heavier. It was very, very hot there. In Greece, it actually got a little bit cool at night, which is why I was going to save this for like a big night in Greece, and I just didn't get to wear it. It was so windy there. Maybe it was the best. I just have to believe it. I have to let it go because I like threw something together that last night. Actually, here's a picture of me at Scorpio's wearing, remixing the blue skirt with that scarf. So it's cool to mix and match. This just like is pretty heavy, like not super heavy, but it's very voluminous. And it took up a lot of important real estate in my bag. And I really just brought it to have like a single moment with. So I think I'm learning that it's okay to want to have those things, but probably like 1 to 2 max. And I think I packed a lot of statement pieces. Part of it is probably because I wanted to shoot and get creative when I was there. And like, I knew I was going to want to take pictures, and like, that's part of my creativity, and it always has been. But I think I'm becoming maybe a tiny bit more of a more practical girly. And also I think there is pressure. Like, I think social media makes you have pressure to like, I was talking about this with my trainer Cami, who I love so much, and she's heading to Europe in September, and we were talking about how like the pressure of social media makes you feel like you can't outfit repeat on your vacation, and that's just not practical in life, and it's not practical on your trip. And I think part of me had a lot of shiny new pieces that I was excited to take around the block, and I didn't get to wear them all, and that's okay, because I'm realizing like there's a lot of different types of vacations, and we were on more of like a trip than a vacation. Like, a lot of times we want to just like relax and like be really just chill because our life is busy, and I think that I didn't anticipate this time. So I found that I wanted to chill a lot more than go, but we had to go because of our itinerary. And so since we were going, I still wanted to be comfortable, and so I just focused on the things that made me feel comfortable, and I didn't like want to wear the crazy things all the time because it was hot and not practical. We didn't have like time to get ready. Like, I wasn't spending time getting ready at night. Like, we were busy having fun and being at the beach till the last moment and just throwing ourselves together in the evening. So I think prioritization wise, like, it's not a style tour, you know, as much as it was a trip. So I think it's okay to want to pack special pieces and to want to like feel cute and pretty, but I just learned that there's a balance, and that's going to be like a fifth of what you bring, or a fourth, like at max, you know. Just something I learned, and something I knew, but like I don't think I was prepared to accept leading up to this trip. That being said, there are still going to be many more occasions. We're doing road trips, we're doing things. I have my brother's wedding coming up. There's a lot of occasions. I will definitely get to wear some of these things, but that was just like probably my saddest little thing I didn't get to wear. This, however, was a real win. You all encouraged me to keep this dress that I thought maybe was a little bit too like woo woo. Someone actually made a comment on social that stung a little bit about how like this would have looked a lot better on a thin woman's back. And it caused like a lot of chatter in comments when I shared it on Instagram. But I just think it's important that we normalize back rolls, and that we normalize our bodies fluctuating and changing, and like, you can still wear something backless even if your back isn't like looking like, you know, a model in a magazine. And we should have models in magazines that represent everything. But I think I felt a little self-conscious wearing this, and then when someone commented that, it hurt. And I'm actually dealt with kind of a lot of body image issues on the trip. There was a day that we went to the beach club, and I just felt like, I think it's Scanella, I forgot the name, but it was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah, I think I just like compared my body to other people's bodies, and obviously that's never healthy and good to do, but we were also like, you know, we're on vacation, we're eating croissants and pasta and just like relaxing every day, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's what we should do on vacation. But I think yeah, it's just dangerous to compare your body to other people's, and when people make comments about it publicly, which happens to me all the time because of the nature of my job and the fact that I put myself out there. Yeah, but I realized that, yeah, I have back rolls, and like, yeah, I'm up a size, and yeah, guess what? I'm still worthy of luxury. I'm still worthy of love and adventure and beauty and romance and all those things. Like, they are not mutually exclusive, and I still deserve to look and feel beautiful. And I really have changed my mind. Like, there was a time where I never would have worn this in a million years, and I wouldn't even like want my arms to show. And there would be times where I would, yeah, just not let those things hurt me even more than they did. So overall, I was really happy with my outfits. I felt really cute. I felt really pretty. And I think that that's a big accomplishment, considering, you know, that we're all navigating our ever-changing bodies. So that being said, I loved the way this dress fit me. I thought it looked great. I loved wearing without a bra. Like, I'm accepting my body at new levels, and you and your back rolls are worthy of love and everything that you want in this world. Okay. This bag was just cute. I wore it like twice, but I still am glad I brought it. It was very lightweight. Don't regret bringing it. Don't care. I brought several pairs of sunglasses, but I tried to just bring ones that would be kind of neutral and versatile. These greens are surprisingly neutral, but I felt like I loved my sunglass selection. I brought all like cheapy kind of no-name brands. Like, I don't think any of these were over $20 because I figured they would get damaged and lost and whatever. There was a lot of designer sunglass girlies around, and there were moments that I was like, oh, I kind of wish that I had my cute ones, but overall I was really happy with it. Oh, also I brought quite a few pairs, don't worry, these are clean, of period panties, because I had my period twice on the trip because we were gone for 5 weeks. So like when I had it on the way there, and then like towards the end. And these NYX period panties are my favorite. It's just so great to have while you're traveling for like, because sometimes when you're on the plane, you can't change your tampon as much as you want to, and you just like want to feel extra protected. So I love packing period panties. Super important. Those are clean, but I'm washing them again. Here's another swimsuit that I brought. This is the Airy bikini. This did get kind of a lot of use. I wore this several times. It's a comfortable bikini that I still felt really snatched in. I just really liked the way it looked. So this was nice. I do wish I brought more like just like a plain, simple, more neutral bikini, because again, like this didn't match a ton of my cover-ups and I didn't think about that, but you win some, you lose some. Here's the tank that I wore with that maxi skirt. I wore this while we were exploring Cinque Terre, which was absolutely beautiful. I didn't like love the way it fit and the way it like rode up. So after that, I just paired the skirt with different things. It's from Free People, that set. But again, I still think it was worth bringing. Here is the other swimsuit. The other white swimsuit that I wore that is crunchy with ocean water. It definitely needs to be washed. This is Monsi Swim. It's their size Curve 1, which means they've added like a little coverage to it. Really liked this suit. So cute. I did forget the straps. They have extra straps that I forgot in the other room. Because when I jumped in the water, the first time it was fine, but then every other time it was nip slip central. It was wardrobe malfunction town. Yes, I have like a video to prove it. But I just loved the way this looked. It layered under my other pieces seamlessly. I felt really, really beautiful in this. I loved bringing this swimsuit. I really was happy with this one. Here is the scarf little top. I loved wearing this without a bra because it was just so comfortable to tie on. You can totally do this with a scarf. I actually highly recommend bringing a little like silk scarf like this to wear as a top. You could add a necklace into it and wear it as a halter. You can wear it in your hair. This happens to be a top, but I think you could get more use if you just brought a scarf, and it's easier to find, honestly, frankly. So highly recommend doing that. I think it's just such a great vacation look. If you want a video about styling these, let me know. I'm very into it. This dress I got from ASOS, and it is really cute. I put it on, took a picture, and then decided that I didn't want to wear it anymore. So I really wish I would have worn it more. I think it's so, so cute, but it didn't get the wear that I wanted, but I did get a cute picture in it. So I put it on, and then we ended up not leaving the villa that day. So it kind of just didn't get to leave the house. Everything else though, I feel like there were a few things that I didn't get a ton of use, but I would say mostly everything got a lot of use. I actually wore this on set the day we left, and then I wore it in Barcelona, and then I wore it again. I love this dress. I think I've shared this one with you guys, but we wore this a full day walking around Barcelona. I wore it with my little shorts underneath. I wore it to Park Well, and we walked almost the whole city, and it was really cute and really comfortable. I was very happy with this one. This one as well. I wore out to dinner in Barcelona, and then I wore it again. It's just like, it was a nice throw on. Very, very cute. So I think overall the winner was like lightweight flowy dresses. I definitely could have packed about half the amount of dresses that I did of like these kind of daytime dresses, and definitely like a third as many of the nighttime dresses. So it's okay. I like to give myself options. We were able to like get everything through and pack everything, and like we didn't have trouble, and I packed things. Okay, so here's my packing tip, which I know I've already shared, and I'm sure you all probably know this, but like it is amazing what tightly rolling things can do. It can make them a little more wrinkly. One thing I'm in the market for is a steamer. They didn't have a lot of steamers. You can do the shower steam trick. You could also do like a wrinkle spray and lay it out. If you guys have a good hack for that. I'm not an ironer. I really don't know how to iron very well, and it stresses me out. I've had like bad situations with ironing. I do love steaming, but I know that like the voltage of a steamer can be very tricky overseas. So I have packed mine and it hasn't gone well before. So you could bring a travel steamer. I was hoping that more of the accommodations we have would have that. But all that to say, as far as like real estate while packing, really like you can make things so small and then just Tetris them all in, and that's what we did. I can really fit a lot in there. That being said, you do deal with wrinkles, so if anyone has found a good solution for that, do let me know. This is my pile of like delicate wash dry clean things. This little dress I wore, it was pretty short. I wore it in Ischia, and it actually was perfect for just like running around. It's just a very cute dress. It's for Love and Lemons. I wore this to an event here, and it is just like the cutest little dress. I just love it very, very much. I think just like, again, like floaty little lightweight dresses are the move. Speaking of, this is one that I wore, I tried on in a Zara haul and I ended up loving it. I wore this a lot. I ended up wearing it just as a cover up and just like really comfortable a lot. It was kind of like my little like moo throw on that I wanted more of those things. So this was a really good little throw on. I do think throw on dress. And then I've just got my strapless wire bra. I have these little nude biker shorts that I wore under for chafing that I talked to you guys about, that I found on Amazon, that I ordered right before the trip. Another pair of lightweight underwear. I brought one like little hat that I wore a lot from lack of color. I did bring a white bodysuit that I completely forgot because I wore that swimsuit so much. So I literally barely, like, I didn't even remember that I brought this, so I didn't even wear it. But it would have been a nice try on, a little nice alternative, since I wore that one swimsuit as that all the time. The swimsuit had a little bit more lining and support in the boob area. And that's everything, you guys, I think. I need to double check the other side of this to make sure that, oh, wait, I packed this too. This is the cover up. I wore this when we went on the boat trip, and then I wore it again on a beach day, another beach day. But this was something that was not really practical, but that I just wanted to bring because it was so beautiful and I thought it was such a cute cover up. It's kind of heavy. It was like kind of hot, even though it was breathable, and it wasn't necessarily practical for wearing, but I just really wanted to. It's kind of heavy. In hindsight, maybe it wasn't the move, but it brought me joy and I did pack it. This is the only like thing that I really bought for myself on the trip. This was, I want to say, 49 euro at a market in Provence, and it's like a little hand done basket. The Airbnb we stayed at had a basket you could borrow to take to the markets, and a lot of people had these kind of bags, which I think are gorgeous, but I've never seen one like this, and I love it. And it was such a great find. We ended up using it the entire trip as our beach bag, as our bum around bag, and the best part is that it folds completely flat here, and so we could pack it in between big journeys. And then I just wore it so much, and it was so handy and helpful. I'm so glad I bought this. I will treasure it forever. The beautiful like leather handles, like it's just such quality, and I thought the price was just nice, and I just love it. And this is like my favorite souvenir other than the seashell Sparky got me for my birthday. And then I'm going to talk about shoes really quickly, and then I guess we're done. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything I like infringed on his side. No, I didn't. I'm a good girl, okay? I really am. There's just like some random underwear and like a hair bow and stuff over here. But as far as shoes go, I brought 4 pairs of shoes. You could bring sneakers if you wanted. I didn't think we were going to be doing a lot of hiking, but one thing I will do is I'll wear my biggest shoes on the plane, whether that's sneakers or something else. But I brought 1 pair of heels that I felt like were versatile enough to wear with everything. They're just these like pink ones that are from Kohl's. They're really cute, and they lace up. So these were like my heels. They were still low and walkable enough, and they could walk on cobblestone. And then I brought like a nicer pair of sandals. These are like Birkenstock inspired. These are by M. Jemai. I got sucked in by like an ad on Instagram, like Gigi Hadid is. They're not cheap, but they were like nice Italian leather. I had to break them in. I wore them and they kind of hurt the first day, and then after that they were very comfortable. But these were nice because they look a little more elevated, but they're still like comfortable and flat. And then I brought my Tevas, which I wore a lot. My tan plain Tevas I wore because they blend in, so it's almost like you're not wearing shoes at all, but they could go in the water. So I could wear them in the rocks as water shoes. They could get wet. They stuck to me, so like those were great for like hiking and more active things. I really thought they were perfect. And then I wore these cute strappy ones that were flat. I've worn these like all over the world. They're just from Amazon, and I really, really love them. I just think the lace up makes them look like a little bit more polished if you want to wear them out at night, but they don't have a heel. So yeah, I made it somehow on 4 pairs of sandals, and that's everything. That's all my info. I feel like I have more travel tips. A lot of people ask like how about affordability on a trip like this, stuff like that. I do have a lot of tips on things like that. One thing is Airbnbs are a lot more affordable than hotels, and we would split our time between sharing an Airbnb with friends, like splitting it amongst 4 people. and then splurging for nicer hotels sometimes, but often we were so much happier in our Airbnbs and our expensive hotels, and I was really bummed. You can find last minute deals on Hotel Tonight, booking.com if you're open. One thing we did do that was scary, but also it just happened to be the way it worked out. When we traveled, we didn't know necessarily where we were going on the next leg of the journey, so we got some last minute deals, but I did overspend on some hotels I was really disappointed in. Another thing is like food can be really inexpensive, so you can spend $5 on a pizza and be full. So there's certain ways that you can save money, like the food and drink can be a lot more affordable in certain places. So many other things, but if you guys want a whole video on that stuff, let me know. I was just trying to answer some common questions that I got, but yeah, I'm gonna do all this laundry now. Thanks for hanging out and helping me unpack. Now Sparky has to do his side, but then we're done. Yeah. So yeah, I'd love to know if you guys have packing hacks or tips. If you want to do like a travel talk, please drop any questions you have below. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for coming on the trip with us. Thanks for just being awesome and supportive. And we're going to get back into more like style content and more like lifestyle and stuff content too coming up. But that's the end of our big journey. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.